Deputy Jim Herring, Auxiliary of the Sanctuary. As you were announced, what do you do to present yourself to these people to really sell this?
Just kind of that way where you kind of put your hands on your hips, but pulling your jacket back a little bit, yeah, it's me.
There are
seduces the entire room.
posing like you're expecting applause, and just the natural magnetism is they're like, oh yeah, no, oh yeah, who is that? A lot of people are like, ooh, a new player. I must become their friend to gain advantage.
So Cal approaches the person who's doing the announcements, and she asks, "Have you introduced a necromancer before?"
Yes, we do have a number of necromancer members as well as visitors over the years. I am quite apt. May I ask what temple you primarily represent?
I am a Sister Collisionist Denier of Temple Arlac.
Introducing Cleric Religionist Denier, Sister of the Arlac Temple.
She walks down and she goes towards the coat check. When somebody approaches to take her cape, she unfastens it and then it dissipates in the air. In some ways, she was relieved that as soon as she finished taking off her coat, immediately people were the activity is politely listening to people talk to you. So I don't think she's trying to get out of it or anything like that, but I do think she is turning her body more and more towards Fish if Fish has not scampered off yet, and being as soon as I do, I'm shoving you forward and I'm talking to her.
Fish, I assume, has been kind of a circle of admirers. You've been kind of charming people. People have been getting to know you, and
she goes, Deputy Jim Herring is also a religious figure and incredibly talented as a public speaker.
Oh, she's flattering me, of course. It's a pleasure to meet you. Jim Herring, but my friends call me Fish.
As Cal is exiting this conversation, she is going to give some form of help action of being dramatic shadows that makes Fish's face look better and very actor-like, and it's hey, getting the fuck out of here.
A woman kind of walks up, stunning dress, probably a little bit lower cut than is appropriate for this gathering. But you see her on the arm of some gentleman, and then Fish, you recognize her. She doesn't recognize you at first. Just kind of squares up metal, looks at you, just kind of glances at you, looks at Krennet with perfect. And then as it gets a little closer, looks at you again like something is familiar and can't quite place it. And then it clicks. She's so angry at you. Do you recognize an old flame? A very hot and heavy, 2 weeks before you were kind of okay, see ya. You have not seen in a number of years, and who seems to, based on the wedding ring, be married in the meantime. And she and her husband come up to Krennet. The husband is immediately going into polite conversation, while she lets go of his elbow, walks past everybody else, slaps you so fucking hard across the face.
Oh! And Metal's oh my god!
Slap the concealer off.
Kind of a lot of people around are oh,
jeez. I'll notice.
We also have really sharp hearing as a dog, so yeah, probably.
Cal jolts in her chair and sits up again, and she's Saints!
How dare you show your face here? After everything.
Yeah, baby, how's it going?
Oh dear.
Cal goes up to Metal's elbow and it's what happened? What happened?
Definitely tries to follow up swing and just kind of loses her balance. Don't you baby me?
I'll then answer my other question. Fish. How's it going?
Going pretty well. Her husband is immediately.
You got hitched.
No thanks to you. This is not fun. Is everything okay? This is Fish. The fish? Yep, that fish. Fish from California. Yep. Do you have a drink at this point?
Absolutely.
Slaps it out of your hand and then walks off.
I
I
think-
would like to apologize to everyone for the behavior of my wife. Of course, she is a little overwrought.
She is. It's
Mr.
classic her.
Fish, was it?
Yeah, sure.
You hurt her very deeply. Quite a long time.
It happens.
As now
You taking good
completely
care of her, though?
forgotten.
I am taking excellent care of her, no thanks to you. I demand, on her behalf, an apology or satisfaction.
I can satisfy her, sure. I did it years ago, I can do it again.
He
Metal's like, I need to go. I need to go.
Yeah. Metal's Cal's like, we need to go.
he goes to full on punch you in the face and is clearly not good at it and like whips. I demand satisfaction! A duel!
Fuck you too.
At this, Cal tries to close the distance between her and Jessie and Claire, and it's like, Jessie, I think you need to physically pick up fish and maybe carry them back here.
Not sure we're at the point where I can do that if we're already talking about dueling words, but I can try.
I beg you to try. I know you do not like them. I also don't like them, but unfortunately they do serve a purpose, and the purpose can't be them dying from a gun wound.
They also do, technically we're coworkers. Yeah, hun, pass me the seal.
Stop the violence.
Dog Isle just needs to hop off her couch and walk.
Isle's
like 20
pacing
feet.
behind the couch at this point. She's like, fuck.
Fish is up close with Lord Tell, yeah?
Yep.
They're gonna lean in, drop the accent because I'm sick of it.
But I love it so.
I know, same. I love it.
Hey, listen. When I beat your fucking ass into the ground, you will donate X amount of however to the sanctuary, and you will not stop. And you'll make all your fucking friends do it too.
He says, I cannot speak for others, but I will rescind all claim against your honor and donate to the sanctuary 6,000 gold per year if I lose. And if I win, not only will you apologize to both me and my wife, I will take 3 of your fingers.
Do your worst.
Right at that time that Jesse is running up with Kekano and being like, hey bud, you really sure you want to do this? Little
Yep.
bit. Dad, what's happening? You're fighting? Little bud.
Dog puppy Isle comes tearing in and is like, and she's not speaking anything. It's just like if Fish is using their beast speech, it's just like a scream.
I was very upset.
Isle does like a
not
dog points
gonna-
at Kekano, like, you're doing this to your son?
Listen, we're gonna put on a good show for everyone and get those donations for the sanctuary. Yeah, woo!
Isle says, and like not lovingly, like she usually does, you're a fucking idiot.
Friends, I know we have a little bit of a kerfuffle here. Some words were exchanged, and due to the good standing of one of our members being challenged by a guest, we have decided to hold a duel to reclaim their honor. As the challenger, you have picked the location and the time, and picked now, Mr. Till. As the challengee, it is up to you, Mr. Fish, to choose the weapons at arms.
Yeah, I'm choosing fists, because I'm gonna have to show this guy that this is them taking off their, their suit jacket, and, untying the tie and taking it off, and
Oh, right.
scruffling up their hair to be more natural, and being like, I'm gonna show you that when you get fucked by fish, you don't forget it.
If
Isle's going to like kill herself.
Cal has made it to the room. She absolutely is like catching the tie and the suit with mage hand and like folding it neatly. Like, God damn it!
And Isle is looking to Cal like, what the fuck?
Cal picks up Kekano and sees if Aya wants to get picked up too.
At this point, she does.
I was in the other room, like, listening for a gunshot.
Time seems to slow. Crowd is watching. You're very messed up. So is Lord Tell. Maybe you can pull this out. Hey, you gotta cheat. You gotta cheat. You go in for this punch. Green energy starts coming out of your fist really, really obviously, and everyone in the room goes, oh, as you try and fail. He ducks under your fist. He comes back up with an uppercut. He loses 1 health. You take 6 damage.
I'm down.
And
Bye.
you're fucking out, Cole.
I'm on the floor.
Cal is going to sort of forget that there might be an actual procedure for here, gently drop down Kekano and
You have been wiggling since Fish got low on health.
yeah, both of them drop down the ground and
Sprinting to Fish's
rush
weapon.
over to cure wounds with Fish on the ground.
Isla's scratch.
You wake up on the ground, Kekano on your chest, frantically slapping at your face. Isle frantically digging little doggy claws into your arm. You look up and see Cal over you and others worried about you, and wraps on your hands are slack. They've come off.
Fish is propped up on Cal's knee, like the back of their head. I'm gonna whisper in their ear and say, I can cast darkness if you want to run.
No. Fish turns to puppy dog Isle and tries to give her a little scratch on the face and is just like, sorry. Humiliated, upset. They built this. They were so confident, and just it was torn away. They're just like, fuck it. Take my fingers. It's fine.
Isle puts herself in between Fish and the Lord and starts screaming.
First, I believe, Mr. Fish, you need to publicly recant your statements and apologize to Lord and Lady Tell. And Niello comes forward, glaring at you as she is by her husband.
Isle remains face down on the floor. She's like, I can't witness whatever's happening here.
Shoots her a winning grin and a wink. Sorry for being so good at everything.
Mr. Fish, you need to publicly recount your statements to say, I spoke wrong, did not mean these. There is sort of a formality to this. If you start another duel, I won't be able to protect you.
Lord Tell, Lady Tell, I recant my statements. I was wrong. Is that good enough?
Lord Tell, he looks to his wife, who is glaring at you still, but gives a small nod. Yes, that is adequate for the first part.
Right. The second part. Yep. Which ones do you want, man?
Religionist goes, is it really necessary?
I am willing to renounce our handshake if you give a genuine apology.
Oh no.
Admit that you are a fool and a liar in front of everyone. Leave. Never show your face in this city again.
Cal was trying to see if she could get Io for backup. She's not. So now she's just holding Kekano with the big baby eyes and being like, yeah. You're gonna fucking do that, aren't you?
No, okay, Isle will turn her head and just go, just fucking do it.
Holds out arm towards Cal for the jacket to put it back on, have some dignity about them. Okay. I accept your offer. And everyone, I need everyone here to know and to see and understand that I am a piece of shit. I'm a liar, I'm a fraud, I'm a cheater, and all these things. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I left you back in California. I am. I really liked you, but It was just that. It was just like. And I'm sorry to you, I guess. Because you have to be married to her now.
She slaps you again, very hard. You take 3 damage, and she storms out. President of the society looks at the Lord, he gives a small nod, and 2 of the security guys that you saw up front grab you by the elbows and walk you outside.
I'll let myself be dragged and just sort of be like, yep, this is what I get, this is what I deserve. Look up over Cal aisle, she's not looking at me. Tell Metal I'm sorry.
I will. She, like, bowls Kekano.
Oh, thanks.
You look around for friendly faces, and you see none. And even the people who really like hung off you, really admired you, are turning away from you in disgust. Many people are speaking loudly enough that you can hear, not trying to hide it, about how awful it is that riffraff like you broke in and violated the meeting. Administrator Tone, who didn't come see the fight, stayed in the main room and was seemingly off having a meeting when all of this happened, kind of looking at you as you are thrown out. Yeah, that's what you see as you are let out and very much shoved out the door.
Fish is standing out there alone now, I would say.
Yeah.
Just feeling pretty despondent. You know, Kekano under the arm. Look at him. Look out to the street. Back at the door. And just gonna wander. Just gonna go for a walk down the street.
I was trying to get to them.
Nah, they're leaving. They're going down an alleyway. You won't find them. Goodbye. No.
This relationship is not sustainable.
And I think that's going to be a close on this session. And we will pick back up with the rest of the fun party and Metal's speech.
Metal's not going to give her speech. That's
Yeah,
fine.
you remember that? Remember when that was the
Yeah,
thing?
remember when that was all we were worried about?